นะครับทั้ง
Hello and welcome everyone to our second Dhammayatra procession. If you joined us for the first Dhammayatra walk and then the first candlelighting session, I would like to rejoice in your merit. And if you're just joining us for today, this is going to be our second Dhammayatra walk where we are going to be walking towards the second pilgrimage site, or walking in honor of the second pilgrimage site of each of Luang Pu's pilgrimage path. That is the pilgrimage path with 7 points of each of the important sites of our great master Pramongkol Tet Muni, who is the great master that we are paying honor for in this Dhammayatra procession. If you're new, then Dhammayatra is a Buddhist tradition. It is a walk where monks of the Buddhist tradition and even Theravada tradition will go on a walk from journey to journey, allowing for lay people to come and pay respect to them, pay homage to them. And if you have already joined us, then I would like to congratulate you on joining our past 2 events. If you have already been to a Dhammayatra procession before, then you would know that this is the 10th anniversary of our Dhammayatra procession and the second year that we are doing a Dhammayatra procession online. So this is just a great opportunity for those who are maybe not in the country, maybe not in Thailand, or who are limited due to the social distancing measures to come and join our program online. So I'd like to congratulate everyone for making it out today, making and joining us in welcoming the Dhammayatra monks who have just finished a 3-month ordination, who have just finished a training session starting in December, about a month long, and are now ongoing on this Dutanga procession. So rejoice in everyone's merit and congratulate you for coming, and most importantly, congratulate on your faithfulness to come and support Buddhism for today's program. My name is Shawni and I will be the MC for this program. If you are joining in any Zoom programs, then I'd like to let you know that, of course, you can turn on your cameras and join and participate by typing in the chat, turning on your cameras. And if you are turning on your cameras, then you could wear white attire. It's tradition for our temple and our culture to wear white just as a gesture of respect and a symbol of respect. So if you're joining online through Zoom, through Facebook, and through any other media, don't forget to press like, press share, and let other people know that there actually is a procession going on in Thailand, especially if they're Buddhist. If you are in Thailand, you can also would like to make a donation, you can, and you can also go to the dhammayatra.org online website to learn more about the program. There are several languages there, including English, Chinese, German, Japanese, Deutsche, a bunch of other languages that if you would like to learn, you can go on there and learn about each of these 7 pilgrimage sites that we will be going to in this program. But first of all, due to the COVID situation in Thailand, especially with the advent of another influx of a viral influx in Thailand today, the program and the 7 pilgrimage spots will be held at the Wat Pratamagaya in Pathum Thani, which is the Dhammakaya Center, and you can join our Zoom, whether through the International Affairs Department or through the WAB department. And if you are, okay, yes, you can join us through these programs today. So because it's being held at the Wat Pratamagaya, we are having each of the candle lighting sessions at the Tamagaya Jadia, which if you joined on the 5th of January, you're able to witness that and see the candle lighting in images about the birth, in honor of the birthplace of Longpu Wat Paknam. For today, we are paying respects and walking to the Dhammayatra monks are walking as a symbol in honor of Longpu's vow to make a life ordination. And that life ordination is, or that life vow is a vow to ordain for the rest of his life in order to search and discover the truth of the Lord Buddha's teaching. Longpu, in our past events, we stress on the importance of having been born in a Buddhist country, in a province where he was able to learn more about Buddhism and being born ready to be prepared to learn more and to find out the meaning of his life. Now, later, we arrive at the point where he learns more and he encounters a point in his life where he has a choice whether to take on the life of a layperson or to go on and search in truth of life through the Buddhist tradition of ordaining and becoming a monk. And so as we go on in this program throughout the procession, I will give a little bit of a brief history about what was going on at that time. And if you join in the next candle lighting session, the presiding monk will give you more of a thorough history about what was going on with Wu, what resolution he made, and what was his intention when he made that vow. But today, of course, this is the procession where we are paving flowers for the monks. About 1,000 or more monks are walking to the area, which is a canal in Thailand called Phang Na Theng, Phang Na Theng in Thailand, because at that time Longpu was ferrying rice over to between areas where he was selling it and where he was delivering it. So that was the area where he made that resolution. And we will learn more about what happened at that occasion that inspired him to see the value in life, to see the suffering and the commonalities that people have, and to inspire and encourage him to go in pursuit of that truth. And that is the memorial that we are paying homage to today. Usually, if you have joined any of our previous events, then you would be able to go in person. And of course, there would be a live broadcast too about the Dhammayatra monks walking on the procession throughout the entire streets from Longpu's birthplace all the way to that same area that we have just talked about, the area by the canal. Here, we will be having the walk take place at around the Tamagaya Jadia, which is the Jadia or the pagoda of 1,000,000 Buddhas. And so you will be able to see the flowers and the petals that they are paving in honor of a tradition that has been kept on since the time of the Buddha. And anyway, here is a rough schedule of today's activity. In about 15 minutes at 3 p.m. Bangkok time, the Dhammayatra monks will begin their procession. And the total distance that they are walking is about 5 kilometers, 4.65 kilometers exactly. And then at about 6:15 p.m. Bangkok time, then we will have a resolution as well as sharing love and kindness. So if you're able to stay and welcome the Dhammayatra monks in the tradition of rejoicing their merits, that will be the schedule for today that you can expect. In lieu of the social distancing measures here in Thailand, the the Dhammayatra is being held in the same social bubble. So of course, these are the monks that have been together throughout their entire training. And there are social distancing measures in place where they are going to be kept in about 1 to 3 meters away from each other, as well as the lay people who will all be mandated to wear masks, and volunteers to come and help at the project, to come and maintain social distancing measures too. And of course, this is all for the safety of the people who are attending this program in order to reduce any transmissions of any viruses or any diseases. Of course, devotees must also identify that they have a vaccinated ID, and that is just for the safety of everyone that is involved and to limit any risk of spread. So these are just some of the social distancing and safety measures, health measures that Wat Prathama is putting in place for today and for the rest of the program. When you're at the procession, make sure that your body is prepared. One of the things that is part of our tradition is just wearing white as a show of respect. And so just through a glance, you could see the Dhammayatra monks in their brilliant orange robes walking serenely, gracefully. And on the side are lay people who are all wearing white, who are composed in body, speech, and mind with a heart full of faithfulness. And this is an image of Buddhists that we would like to preserve. White is a symbol of purity. It's a symbol of the intention to upkeep the cleanliness and organization in the body, speech, and mind. And what that just means is that there's a intention to do good, to maintain goodness for themselves through action, through words, and through thoughts and emotions. And that's really all that means. And so wearing white is just a symbol of the Buddhist intention to come and pay respect, to take care of one's precepts, to do dana, to purify the mind. And therefore, wearing white has also become a tradition for just anyone who is coming to Wat Prathama and is the preferred color for Buddhists. One thing that you may notice throughout the procession is that people are going to say Satu. There's going to be Satu, Satu, and repeat. And Satu means well done, well said, or it means the rejoicing of doing good deeds. And what beyond just us saying Satu to rejoice in the merits of the monks, when the Dhammayatra monks come and hear the Satu and the power of the verbalization of the faith that the lay people have, their minds of these Dhammayatra monks who have, given up their jobs, given up their family for the time being, given up their possessions in order to ordain during the month of December to January here. And upon hearing that, they will feel the faith, the power, and the honor and respect of taking part in Buddhism, of undergoing 227 precepts of the monk tradition for themselves, for the purity of their own body, speech, and mind. And this is powerful not just for the lay people, but for the Sangha too. And so there is this tradition in the Dhammayatra procession of saying Satu over. So if you're on Zoom, you can put your hands together in a lotus position. This is the traditional way of paying respect, and say Satu, Satu over it with a mind filled with bliss, a mind filled with faith, and a mind with the intention to restore Buddhism, especially during the COVID pandemic, where social distancing measures has taken a toll on many temples, not just in Thailand, but temples throughout the world that rely on the exchange between the lay people and the Sangha in order to continue to exist. So this is just one of the ways that we can continue our support in Buddhism. If you come and say Satu, if you come and pay respect with a happy and blissful mind, you're doing your part in enforcing, strengthening, restoring, and making Buddhism a more resilient religion here in today's society, especially when it's quite needed when peace is definitely needed here in the world. So last but not least, the way to prepare your mind through our method, according to the technique of the great master, just having a mind that is comfortable, at ease, filled with radiance, filled with brightness, filled with happiness, or just as long as you feel that you're comfortable at where you are and saying Satu. According to the method, that means that your mind is at the beginning stages of being prepared to receive that good energy, to receive the power from the Sangha, and to share that power that you have with the people throughout the world. Further on, you can imagine a crystal ball at the center of your body, according to the methods of Great Master Lumpu. A Buddha, a crystal Buddha at the center of your body. Or you can just repeat the Satu verbally through the center of your body, mentally, in order to maintain mindfulness practice throughout the rest of the procession. Any way you do it, as long as you feel the faith, you feel the energy, you feel the goodness and the radiance coming out. As long as that energy can come and connect to everyone around the world, then we are doing our part and creating a network of not just people in Thailand, but an international Buddhist, or not an international network of people who are here for this procession today. The flowers that they are arranging on the Dhammayatra path are actually zinnia flowers, which are flowers that bear many petals and are quite soft to step on. And they also come in several different colors. And in the time of the ancient Buddha, petals of different colors were used to pave the path of the procession of the monks neatly in a way that when you saw it, your mind would come and become still and be ready to continue to practice, whether it's the practice of meditation or it's the practice of maintaining one's mind at the center of the body, whether sitting, standing, sleeping, walking. It encourages one to bring a sense of awareness back to themselves and bring their minds to the center. And these are the petals that we are using for today. Before, we would also, at the first Dhammayatra, we had rose petals, we've had chrysanthemum petals, and for today, we will be using zinnia petals that we have grown here at Wat Pratamagaya with the help of the volunteers. So this is an effort not just involving the ordination of the Dhammayatra monks, but involves the strengths and efforts of the volunteers, all the way from planting the zinnia flowers and planting them, putting them into a pot, and then plucking and putting them in the petals all the way down to paving the path for the Dhammayatra monks. So this is quite a homegrown project, a project that came from the bottom up with the help of the volunteers who are Buddhists, who have that intention to help, who have that faith in their heart, and who want to see this program come into place. In about 5 minutes, the procession will begin. So first, let me just go over some of the benefits that welcoming the Dhammayatra monks can benefit you, can offer you. And these are just ways that this positive energy can come into fruition, can take shape in the future, because as Buddhists, we believe that karma has an effect. And one of the benefits is that it will allow for us to be loved and admired by both human and celestial beings. Number 2 is to be endowed with a beautiful voice for saying Satu, being graciously welcomed by humans and celestial beings wherever they go, being blessed with both celestial and human treasures. Celestial meaning the treasures that you get in the afterlife. Endowed with a good body proportion, blessed with a beautiful mouth and teeth, being born only in the fortunate realms after, and all celestial beings and Brahma deities will be in praise and in bless of you. And lastly, it allows for you to attain Nibbana easily. So if you're here, it looks like the procession has begun. Let's switch on to the main program in order to begin the procession.
นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะด้วยบุญกุศลที่ข้าพเจ้าทั้งหลายมาต้อนรับพระธรรมญาตราผู้เป็นอายุ
Now we will begin with the resolution before going on the procession. For the pilgrimage of the Great Master, by spreading the Benchasap and Sabanshun petals, paving the way of the noble pilgrimage path to welcome the Dhammayatra monks. With a faithful mind in homage of the triple gem and Longpu Wat Pak Nam, Prat Mongkol Tep Muni Sut Chantasaro, Mara Vanquisher, with this merit, may all people of all countries and people of the world be safe, healthy, and free from illness and suffering, including COVID-19. May this merit allow for us to be wealthy in all things, material wealth, in virtues, in merit and perfections, in wisdom, be destined for wealth, for all rebirths and lives. May I have strong health, longevity, pursue perfections throughout, prosper in good fortune, repute, faith, and happiness. May I attain the highest physical health, material wealth, virtuous wealth, human wealth, celestial wealth, retinue wealth, Nibbana wealth. May I have a bright and radiant wisdom, intelligent in all things, be a wise man in the world, a philosopher in Dhamma, a leader in goodness, a leader in restoring Buddhism. May I be a light upon this world. May I have power to do good deeds to no end. May I have a joyous life, majestic, fortunate, radiant, steady on the noble path that is paved with the Benchasat petals and Sabanshun petals, brilliantly colored wherever I travel. May I receive great welcome at all places, be beloved by humans and devas, pursue perfections easily and comfortably. In every lifetime, may I succeed in happiness, succeed and prosper and progress in life. May I gain insight into Dhamma, attain Dhammakaya easily. From now until entering Nibbana, may all of this fortunate, may all this become the foundation of the attainment of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So we are rejoicing in everyone's merits, especially the Dhammayatra monks who are just beginning their pilgrimage walk. We are a little bit of a quarter of a way through the 4 kilometers that we will be walking for today. And it looks like the sky is bright, sunny, and makes it quite the environment and the appropriate training path for the monks to be walking on. So as you can see, if you look into the live stream, you'll be noticing that there is a vehicle going on next to the Dhammayatra monks. And this vehicle actually is just in the shape of a celestial vehicle, a model that is shown to remind one of heaven, remind one of a fortunate afterlife. And on top of that vehicle is a golden statue of Luang Pu Wat Pak Nam, shown as a symbol of him leading the way of the Dhammayatra monks. And of course, when they're walking, they are walking serenely, gracefully, and as one sees it, one is inspired to keep a sense of mindfulness and awareness. Seeing the monks in orange, neat, clean, and the organized flower petals that they are walking on. So this is just a visual symbol and a visual that we can get to get a sense of the faith that the Buddhists here have in the Dhammayatra monks. And you may have noticed that at the beginning, the Dhammayatra monks, in their procession, that actually there were lay people there to receive them in the white clothing that we mentioned at the beginning. And you can see here that they also are here receiving the Dhammayatra monks, socially distanced. However, because of the COVID measures, even though the temple in Wat Dhammayakaya have been closed in order to prevent any outbreaks, the lay people still have a chance to come to this procession with their vaccinated IDs because, of course, Buddhism is needed. People want to come to be able to regain merit, to fill up on merit, and to attend this event. So if you're here through Zoom, you are also participating as much as the lay people are by coming and offering your support, saying Satu over and over with your mind at the center of the body. And last year, just like in the procession today, you may notice that there is a large LED board showing all of the attendees joining through Zoom. Just like last year, the purpose of having this LED board showing the attendees through Zoom is not just for us to know how many people that there are attending, but also for the Dhammayatra monks who have given up their time in order to ordain to see that there are so many people here in their support. I heard that last year, actually, some of the monks, people could see that there were teardrops coming from some of the monks because they were so happy, they were so faithful, they were so in awe that there could be so many people to welcome them. So this is, even though you're at home, sitting at home, joining through Zoom, you may not be here in the flesh, but definitely your picture is there to inspire and to remind the monks of the training that they are undertaking. So if you're joining through Zoom, don't forget to turn on your camera. If you're joining us through Facebook, of course, you can click the link accompanied to join the Zoom and be part of the Dhammayatra procession to quite literally welcome the monks. Of course, they can see it. The sun is bright. They're going to be walking about 4 kilometers in total. Any participation, any strong satus that you can give will have an effect and will be something that adds to the power that we are feeling here today. So for now, let's continue to extend that energy, extend our wishes and our well intentions, and extend our respect to the welcome of the Dhammayatra monks for this procession. And I will see you again in 30 minutes. Sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So today is going to be another day marked down in history because this is an image of Dhammayatra monks walking graciously around the Grand Meditation Stadium here at Wat Pratamagaya, Thailand, to recollect where to place the great master Longpu Wat Pragnam vowed to ordain as a Buddhist monk for the rest of his life in order to pursue the truth of life, which is located at Bang Na Ten Canal in Thailand. This year, all of our Zoom activities will be held through the Dhammayatra online project over Zoom in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19. So turn back time to where the great master made a vow to ordain his entire life at Bang Nang Ten Canal, which is where not a place where we would expect one to make a life-changing vow. However, in the reality, the human mind has the three defilements, and that is caused by the attachment to the five sensual pleasures, which enable all human beings to continue in the cycle of samsara under the law of karma. One of the ways that we have spent many lifetimes accruing merit and pursuing perfections is a way can be done through ordaining as a Buddhist monk in order to distance and to eradicate the defilements that we have by limiting our exposure to the five sensual pleasures and reduce our attachment to the five bonds. And Lungpu, and I will tell you about the time that Lungpu went and during his trip at the age of 19 years old, what happened at that time where he decided to make a life-changing vow in order to ordain as a Buddhist monk, which is definitely not the place where we might expect one to make a life-changing vow. Longpu was born in the province Sangpinong, which we had just recently commemorated. And that area is where he was born into a rice-selling family. And rice selling is considered a middle to high class job in Thailand at that time. And so with his father, who at the age of 14 passed away, this caused for Longpu, who was the son of that family, to go on and inherit the rice selling duty and rice selling job that his father was the owner of. And after that, the incident, and after his father passed away, Longpu, at the age of 14 years old, had to take on the responsibility to run a business in order to take care of his family and to continue his father's legacy. And this was a great duty for him to continue. But due to the characteristic of Hong Pu, he was he already had a foundation of being a virtuous character. He was someone who was conscientious and cared about the people that he worked with. At the age of 19, during the time where he was selling rice, during that time they would sell rice through a canal by hauling rice onto a boat, or which is not a large boat, but more like a rowboat, big enough to haul the things that they need and to haul a few people in order to fulfill that job. But however, because the canal is a place where there is high traffic, transportation of goods is happening, that is a place that attracts robbers, especially in the dead of night, to come and to take and to rob people. Once they sell their wares, they come back with money, and of course, that would be a prime time for robbers to go and to rob the people of their livelihood. One day when Long Pu was going on to sell the rice, he was on the canal with his boat. Having finished the job of selling the rice, he was on his way back. But at that time, Long Pu had noticed that there was something off at that time. And he noticed that it was eerily quiet. And there was something that struck him at that time, thinking that at that time, there may be a large chance for them to get attacked by robbers. And usually he would have the duty of the owner of the boat would order his crewmen to go out in front to fend the goods or to fend the money that they have made, while he stays in back and looks over to where there might be any signs of danger. However, at that point, Long Pu thought, these people are people who are hired, they're my responsibility. Why they have the friends and family of their own? Why should they risk their lives for a job in order to protect a certain amount of money, a finite amount of money? So instead of ordering his crewmen to go out and to fend the boat, he sent them back and drew out his gun and went out into the beginning of the ferry himself. Because Long Pu at that time valued the life of his crewmen, he went out on his own and risked his life in order to make sure that the boat and the people were safe. However, despite the fact that Long Pu had sensed that there was something wrong, miraculously, they were able to pass through the canal without harm. And Long Pu at that time made a vow, thinking with the thoughts that our life is so short. My ancestors and my father have been conscientious and have been working very well with great character in order to take care of their family. But as soon as they passed, they weren't able to take the wealth that they had worked their entire life with them. In the end, they could only take their bodies. And in this revelation, Long Pu felt that the toil, the work, looking at his henchmen or his crewmen risking their lives in order to protect a finite amount of money, looking at himself who worked so hard to bear the responsibilities and duties of raising a family, began to have a thought that in order to pursue the truth of life, he would have to ordain as a monk. So that time, Long Pu said that if I make it out of this canal alive, once I am ready, I will go out and ordain for my entire life as a Buddhist monk. And in that story, that was what allowed for Long Pu to pass the canal safely without harm and allowed him for his vow to be fulfilled. And so we will see continuing on into the third pilgrimage path, how the rest of Long Pu's life will unfold with his vow, not just to ordain as a Buddhist monk, But in the vein and in the footsteps of the Lord Buddha, to search about what life is about and to search out how can one escape from the cycle of suffering. I'd like to Anumotana with all of you who have come here tonight. Continue to say Satu for the program, and at 6:15 you will have a resolution making. Make sure that you have your minds bright and clear, and I hope that this story has resonated with you in order to continue to have faith and honor the great masters such as we all are doing here. So I will see you again in 30 minutes, and Satu and Anumotana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And so we are about halfway through and 2 kilometers on with the Dhammayatra procession for today. As you can see in the live stream, the procession is happening around the Grand Meditation Stadium. And within the Grand Meditation Stadium is also the pagoda of the 1 million Buddhas. 1 million Buddhas, each made of gold, and each has a name dedicated to the statues of the Buddha themselves by any patrons with devotion or anyone who would like to dedicate a merit or the statue to a loved one who has passed away. And here is also the place where we had the V-Star program, that is the virtue training program for all students in Thailand. And the intention of this program was to develop the morality of Thailand, of the teachers, of the students by uniting Thailand's school systems and bringing them together to chant, meditate, and perform good deeds together. Because the meditation stadium can accommodate up to 1 million people, this was the ideal place to have such a program, and we were able to get up to 100,000 students from all over Thailand to come for this record-breaking event together. As for Wat Dhammayattra's program, it is also a goal and continued work of Wat Dhammayatra to restore, to strengthen, and to bring about the prosperity of Buddhism, as is the goal of Wat Dhammayatra is to make a temple, to be a true temple, for monks to become true monks, and for people to become good people, to do good deeds, and to gain virtue for themselves, to learn the truth of life, to train themselves accordingly with good teachers, especially without our great masters, we would not be able to go this far to have a temple called Wat Dhammayatra Temple, named after the meditation of Lompu Wat Paknam, that the rediscover of the method that the Lord Buddha used to attain enlightenment within. And so we are putting into practice the teachings of the Lord Buddha in order to train oneself to continue to purify our mind, to do good deeds, and to maintain the precepts, to train ourselves to be good people for ourselves, to be good people for people around us. And so with the Dhammayatra procession that we are having today, this is just a visual of Buddhism in effect, of the Sangha which would not be able to continue to prosper without the lay people, and the lay people who will come here because they respect, revere, and have faith in the goodness, the benefit, and the virtue of the Triple Gem and the Sangha. So I will read to you today. We are paying respects to the canal where in Thailand where the great master Luang Pu Wat Pak Nam made that vow and resolution to ordain for the rest of his life. And I will read you from the excerpt, the life of the great master, the book of Luang Pu's background, published by Wat Pratamagaya, about the thought that he had at that time that inspired him to make a vow for the rest of his life to dedicate to being to ordain as a monk and to search in truth of the truth of life. So this business of earning a living is such a difficult one. My father had to do it. I have to do it. All of us have to earn money in our own way, and there is no stopping. Whoever doesn't hurry to accumulate material wealth is considered a failure. He would get no respect, and no one would want to associate with him. The person himself feels ashamed in public because he is poorer than other people. My ancestors worked hard to earn money, and so did my father, and now so do I. But where are my ancestors and father now? They have passed away, and in time, I too shall die. This was the thought that Luang Pu had when he risked his life in order to ferry rice across and bring money back in his crew of crewmen who have also risked their lives in order to continue their job to ferry rice and bring the money back. Bang Nang Teng Canal is the place where the great master was determined to ordain for his entire life. And it does not happen very often, thinking about how thousands of people transverse this canal, which is a big traffic system for transport of goods, transport of people. But however, Luang Pu was able to change the course of his life forever here at this site. The water current there is extremely slow, allowing Luang Pu to think thoroughly and not to make an impulsive decision. After a long and meticulous contemplation, he lit 3 sticks of incense, pressed them between the palms of his hands, and made a resolution to ordain as a Buddhist monk with heartfelt determination. And this is a record that we have of Luang Pu making that vow, because previously we had honored his birth, being born in a Buddhist country, and having the chance to learn more about Pali scriptures and learn more about the Buddha's teaching. Now, this is the momentum where Luang Pu has the chance to go on and to seriously make Buddhism, make learning the truth about life, learning more about what the Buddha truly taught into a livelihood, rather than taking the path of being a layman, looking for material wealth, however, not being able to take the wealth of wisdom, the wealth of virtue with him in their afterlife, and having less of an opportunity than he would if he were to ordain as a monk. This is because the Dhammayatra event is actually came about because our abbot, Luang Por Tamashio, came in order to pay respect to our great master. This is a key point that he would like to point out, to pay respect to, because it is rare for someone to have this kind of intention and to have this kind of vow. And we will see with the rest of these sites that we will attend how Luang Pu went and stuck by that vow and continued the rest of his life's work. all the way until the end of his life, all the way until present here with the continued propagation of the Dhammayatra method. So for now, let's continue back to our regular programming and make our mind meritorious, filled with faith, and continue to pay satu respect to the monks. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So now we have come nearly to the end of our Dhammayatra procession for today. And as you can see, the Dhammayatra monks have been able to walk around the meditation stadium, and you can see the flowers that have been paved on the walkway. And so now I would like to invite everyone to come and make a resolution with us today. This resolution is a resolution that we're making for the merit of welcoming the Dhammayatra monks, and it will help us in pursuing our perfections, wishing for good wealth, health, and happiness. So please repeat after me as we begin. By this merit that I performed on this occasion, and by this merit, in dedication to others, may I attain the ninefold Dhamma immediately, as I am still residing and must traverse the cycle of rebirth. May I be like the bodhisattvas who are true, receiving the prophecy by the Lord Buddha, by the virtue of lacking the 18 unfortunate traits, may I shun away from the fivefold dread, be delightful in keeping the precepts, become detached from the 5 sensual pleasures, refrain from harmful intoxicants, that is the sense of pleasure. May I be not relying on false view, relying on only right view, not associating with fools, associating only with the wise. May I become a source of goodness, which are faith, mindfulness, shame of sin, fear of sin, persistence, and patience. May I not fall under the power of foes, never be fooled or be unreasoned. May I understand well the causes of success and failure, and be quick in comprehending the Dhamma. May I be able, encountering no obstacles, in Dhamma one should know, like wind blowing in the air. May all intentions of mine that are wholesome become true easily. May all things that I have declared occur to me in every lifetime, whenever the Lord Buddha, who proclaims the Dhamma to end suffering, arises in the world. At that time, may I, free from bad karma, have an opportunity to attain enlightenment. May I be born a human of pure gender and ordained as a monk. May I prefer to keep the precepts upheld and main Buddhism of the Lord Buddha. May I attain inner Dhamma easily, attain enlightenment easily, and instantly know the truth of the Arahants, possessing Dhamma, who have Visha in the least. If there is no Buddha in that era, may my good acts accumulate fully. Accordingly, may I attain insight, attaining the most supreme and highest wisdom. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And now we will go back to our regular scheduled programming, and then we will see each other in a few minutes to come to an end of this program.
เมื่อใจของทุกท่านหยุดนิ่งดีแล้วนะครับในโอกาสนี้ขอเรียนเชิญผู้มีบุญทั่วโลกได้ร่วมกันกล่าวคำอธิษฐานจิตเพื่อตอกย้ำผลสำเร็จแห่งความสมปรารถนาให้บังเกิดขึ้นกับตัวของเรา โดยระหว่างการอธิษฐานจิตนั้นนะครับก็ขอเรียนเชิญทุกท่านและให้คำอธิษฐานจิตดังขึ้นมาจากศูนย์กลางกายฐานที่ 7ตามหลักวิชาที่หลวงพ่อคุณครูไม่ใหญ่ท่านได้ให้เอาไว้นะครับและที่สำคัญคืออย่าลืมที่จะมีพระเดชพระคุณหลวงปู่พระผู้
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So now that we are coming to an end of our procession for today, the Dhammayatra monks walked a total of about 5 kilometers, 4.65 to be exact. And in today's event, we are walking in a procession in honor of the second pilgrimage site of Luang Pu Wat Pak Nam, which is the canal where he made the resolution to ordain for the rest of his life. For yesterday, or on the 5th of January, we had a candle lighting session in honor of his birthplace in Lotus Land, Son Pinong in Thailand. And now we are walking towards the site of his ordination vow, which for tomorrow, we will be having a candlelight session at the same place, Mahatmagaya Jidya, to honor his resolution and his vow to ordain for the rest of his life. And so I hope that everyone is blissful and happy and in good faith for today's event, because it is hard come by in order to see so many monks, the thousands of monks of the Dhammayatra program that we just had in December. Actually, because in order to find someone who is willing to ordain during the not just only the health crisis in Thailand, but also there is an economic crisis in Thailand at the same time due to the pandemic, and therefore finding people who is able to give up their job, their homes, and their responsibilities at that time in order to ordain as a Buddhist monk is something that is quite hard found. However, here at Wat Phra Dhammakaya, we were able to get about 4,000 monks to ordain and have 1,000 and more to walk with us in this procession for today in honor of our great master. So if you have been here in this program listening and rejoicing in the merits of the monks and the Dhammayatras, you have listened to the story about the resolution that Luang Pu Wat Pak Nam made to ordain for the rest of his life. And in listening to that resolution, listening to his inspiration to ordain, to search for the truth, we may come to know that Luang Pu Wat Pak Nam is no ordinary person, but has the heart of a bodhisattva in order to find the truth of life, to take oneself out of suffering, and in order to share that suffering in order to share the path out of suffering for other living beings. And as we find out throughout this program for the month of January, we will find that he has a heart of not only to save himself, but to save every single life here on earth, to find and to eliminate their defilements and to relinquish the path of being stuck in the cycle of samsara. This is definitely a heart that is hard to come by. And as we learn about the resolution that Luang Pu has made, we know that he has stood by his vow and continued the work of sharing and spreading the Dhammakaya method, the meditation method rediscovered by Luang Pu that belonged to the Lord Buddha, and to make sure that everyone has a chance to attain that inner peace for themselves. By going on to that journey to find the meaning of life, to find the truth of life for himself, Luang Pu was able to uncover the truth of the world and to find out what life is about. And therefore, our abbot of Wat Phra Dhammakaya has the January program starting tomorrow in the candle lighting session to honor this vow that is one of the beginnings of the rest of his journey. So for tomorrow, I would like to rejoice in the merits of everyone who's joined in the session for today. And I would like to congratulate and commend your efforts. And we will be seeing you for tomorrow's program, which will begin at 6 o'clock in candle lighting, with our program beginning at 5:30. So rejoice in your merits and have a good rest of your day.